What's up, YouTube? What's up? So I got asked Chauncey Billups versus Steve Nash. Who had the better career? This is a real interesting heavyweight bout. These are guys that I consider what I put in the second tier slot of point guards because I thought they were better point guards. Um, they both hit their stride later in their career, which is interesting, midway through their careers. Because Nash didn't really get off until he got to Phoenix after he was in Dallas. And Chauncey, not till he got to Detroit did he find his groove. Not saying that either cats was considered a bust or just going to be average, but they didn't look like they were going to morph into what they did. No one saw Nash being a two-time league MVP. No one saw Chauncey Billups being a finals MVP and leading the Pistons to back-to-back finals and representing the Eastern Conference. You know, he became, with the right coach in the system, they both benefit from a great system. Uh, Larry Brown with Detroit for Chauncey and Mike D'Antoni for Steve Nash in Phoenix. So it's interesting. When I did a stat by stat though, it's pretty close. The assist is the biggest thing that Nash has over Chauncey, but everything else Chauncey pretty much got him beat. He played 1 year less than Nash too, and and Nash shot more threes and so on. But Chauncey pretty much got him in everything else. And it's a great debate because okay, if you think of a guy as a back-to-back league MVP, you think he's dominant, you think he's a standout great player, and you think that he's a tier above. But when you do some of these statistical stats, it's not as drastic as you might think. It's not this blowout that you might think it is, because it's amazing when we thinking that, oh well, so and so had this kind of career, so there's no way on earth that it would be even remotely close. And come to find out, it's very close. It's like on a dime. It's almost like on a drop of a dime that you sense there and you see there, and you're thinking to yourself, wow, this guy, um, would have been it would have been intriguing had this had things been as such. It's like it's not that far fetched, and they both benefited from late surges. Now I get asked, whose career am I buying that hit that flip where they got better as they got older? Whose do I buy? Chauncey Billups, because he led his team to a chip and won. He outplayed Gary Payton in the finals. I know Gary Payton was older, but they're still against Phil Jackson and Shaq and Kobe and Carmelo. He just exposed them, and he was getting his shots and doing what he wanted to do. He looked good. He had to go against Dwayne Wade and Shaq the next year in Miami. He was coming up big. Chauncey had found his ground. There's something about the Chauncey later in his career thing that I'm more bought than I did Nash. I don't know why. I think Nash was a great talent, but the system benefited. And the reason why I say this is because Linsanity went off in New York. James Harden. I'm just saying the system enabled a lot of guard play to make them look better. I don't know. I'm not saying, I just don't know. So Chauncey, for me, I gotta say overall totality, he got more out of it because I think Steve Nash had a better squad. There was no Amari Stoudemire on the Pistons front, if I'm mistaken. I don't look. I'm a huge Rasheed Wallace fan, and she to me downplayed what he could have really done. But Amari Stoudemire for that window, come on now, 05, 06, 07 was looking like something. And then you had Sean Marion, and I'm just saying, Barbosa off the bench, they had a better squad. They were more entertaining, more engaging. So anyway, I'm taking Chauncey Billups. It's a close one, and I put them in the second tier as far as point guards go. But I got to give Chauncey the edge, despite Nash with the 2 league MVPs. Just got to give Chauncey the edge because I think statistically and what he did meant more. But you let me know what you think in the comments below. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments. And I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like. And hit that membership because when you do requests like this come true, stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace one time.